Gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll here with another wicked night of racing action. We got the DIRTcar 358 Modifieds live in action from Lucas Oil Speedway. It's the QS Racing League here as these drivers look ready to go to battle here once again on another night of awesome racing action. Tons of drivers, a lot of fast cars, a lot of great talent out here in this one. Prepped and ready to go here as practice slowly but surely coming to a close. We're going to get ready to set these drivers loose in just a little bit. Woo! Oh man, this is going to be good. This is going to be one awesome show that these drivers are ready to put on for us here. Lucas Oil Speedway, always such a beautiful racetrack. These guys always put on such a good show, and it's going to be one awesome race. Yo, Nicholas, Mr. Merkley in the house. What is good? What is good, Mr. Slick Nick? What is good, my boy? What is good, homie? How are ya?
Let's go!
Nick coming in, showing the love. What is good, my boy? What is good? How you doing tonight? Let's get it, baby. Let's get it, Nick. Let's get it, my boy. Mr. Blakely coming in, showing the love as well. What's good, Josh? What's good, my boy? How are ya?
Let's go.
Josh coming in, showing the love, smashing that like on the stream as well. Woo! I'm good, bro. I'm good. You, brother? Oh, I am always doing good, Nick. I'm always doing good, my boy. Nick coming in, celebrating his 11 months of being a subscriber. Are you kidding me, Nicholas? Coming in as a subscriber for 11 gosh heckin' months. Absolutely insane, brother. 11 months of being a subscriber. Absolutely amazing, my boy. Fuck off, Blakely, laugh out loud. Oh my gosh. Hey, Big Stag and Doe is 2 weeks still coming. I plan on it. As long as my car can make it, I plan on it, homie. I plan on it, trust me. I don't have anything booked for Saturdays or Fridays for that reason. And we plan on jumping in and plan on maybe making an appearance, you know, making this, you know, the best Stag and Doe you could ever have, you know. So don't you worry. I got something planned. We should be making it. You know, it's a long cruise, but I'm ready to make it. I'm ready to make that cruise 100% of the time. Yo, Eric, my boy, Eric coming showing the love as well. Whoop whoop. We'll come get you. We race that weekend as well. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's gonna be massive. That's gonna be massive. Yeah, my car has had a very bad battery the last little while, and I know it needs an oil change and a bunch of other shit probably too. So I don't know if I'll get that or not, if I'll get it done, but I definitely want to see you sober like last night. You want to see me sober like last night? Yeah, I was pretty sober last night. I was not sober at all. When I did that Fall Guys stream last night, I was in no shape at all to be doing anything. Last night was definitely a little bit of a rough night, that's for certain. We were slurring words, and you know it was tough. It was a tough night, you know. But we had some fun. We were just playing some Fall Guys with Kev. It was a good time. Trying to survive Fall Guys. Well, I was pretty sloshed. I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty drunk. All right, we're quickly just adding some tags over on YouTube. Make sure that the YouTube is all set up and ready to go. Looks like everything is good over on YouTube. Everything's good over on Twitch. Everything is good over on Facebook. Looks like we are good to go. Everything is set, locked, and ready. And we're ready to put on a great show here for you and some great racing action here in this one. Anthony Karf, my boy Anthony coming in with that like and the share. Eric coming in with that double share as well. Listen, boys, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen for certain, and it's gonna be a crazy night, crazy couple nights, that's for certain. But we're ready for it as qualifying underway here. We quickly change that. We're not in the Outcast Racing League anymore. We are in the Q West Racing League. There we go. That should be set now. As right now with the quick time here in qualifying, it's the 0 ride. That is Lonick Bernier out in front here as Bernier, right now the quickest car out on the racetrack. We see Samuel Bachman, who's currently in position number 5, jumping back out here for another lap. We see Justin Bell out here as well in the 10 ride, looking to have himself a good run. We saw Dawson Dawson Hickens out there on the racetrack as well. Christopher Blanton out there as Blanton looking to have a good run, currently in that 17th position. Stephen Rayfield out there in that 51 ride, looking to have himself a good night as well here, jumping out onto the racetrack in that 51 machine. As Samuel Bachman getting done his qualifying effort, currently in position number 5, as it's all Lonick Bernier, Derek Pope, Luke Hines, Taylor Clement, and Samuel Bachman rounding out our top 5 here in qualifying so far in this one. Justin Bell jumping back out there. Stephen Rayfield jumping back out as well. He's going to slide up a couple more positions into position number 8 there on the racetrack. Justin jumping out here as well. We see Patrick Maltis jumping out now as Patrick jumps out onto the racetrack, looking to lay down his quick lap time. Unfortunately, the 8 ride here is blinking quite a bit. He's on that. I'm just kidding. It's just his stuff. Blinking a little bit there on the 8 ride, so a tough break there for Patrick Maltis, as I know he wants to get a good run in here, and internet definitely not working too well for him right now, so a tough break there for him. We're going to get ready to set these drivers loose in just a little bit. Their 50-lap A main feature event about to get underway in just a little bit as qualifying coming to a close. Slowly but surely we see Patrick Maltis jumping up into that 12th position on the racetrack. So currently with that 12th quickest lap time here in qualifying for the 8 ride. Drivers just cruising around. You see the 10 ride right now of Justin Veal just kind of cruising around, just, you know, making sure that his car is working well, just making sure that everything is good to go in that thing. Patrick Maltis in that 143 actually jumping up into position number 7 out there on the racetrack, so a good run there for that number 143, not the actual 8 ride. He's the 143 out there. We're going to get ready to finish off qualifying, and we're going to get ready for a quick little warm-up session. These drivers are going to jump out onto the racetrack. They're going to lay down some quick lap times, and then they're going to be jumping right out onto the track here for their A main feature event. Their A main about to get underway in just a little bit as these drivers loaded into the sim are ready to rock and roll and ready to put on a show here for each and every one of us here in this one. As warm-up about to get underway here, these drivers going to start rolling out onto the racetrack. All right, you see Lonick Bernier there quickly jumping out in the 0 ride. Christopher Blanton out there in the 16 machine. See Jimmy Trudeau in the 29 ride in the Harley-Davidson machine jumping out onto the racetrack. It's like a blood-splattered ride there. That's pretty slick looking. Taylor Clement out there as well in the 97 in Elite Performance Industries ride. That race EPI number 97 looking pretty good. Trent McCauley out there as well in the 93, looking to have himself a good run. Luke Hines in the 17 ride in that Swan Speed Shop, number 17, looking to have a good run. You see Kelly Wheeler right there behind him in the 11 machine. Kelly looking to have a good run in that DNS Remodeling, number 11 machine. Dawson Hickens there in the Hickens Construction Cat, number 27. Dale Houteling, that Super Matt Shepard paint-schemed ride. Have himself a good run. The 69 ride out there as well. The Tire Craft JLB number 69, a Joel Mainville out there onto the racetrack as well. And that CCRT machine. A lot of fast drivers, a lot of good cars, and a lot of talent up throughout the field here in this one. Going to make for a very exciting race out here on the racetrack. And this isn't going to be the last broadcast of the evening. We're going to get a couple more races in later on tonight as well. We got another set of races to do at 8 o'clock. So going to be very interesting to see how the night goes with these guys, and then we're going to get into, you know, some different things here for later on. Something that, you know, we normally don't do. I do believe it's, I can't even remember. I can't remember what the cars were that we were supposed to do here. To do. What do we got? We got after this. We got check here. GT3 race at 8 o'clock, and then a Cars Tour race at 9. So a little bit of super late models at 9 o'clock, but some GT3s at 8. So that's going to make things very interesting. Some racing that we normally don't do with the pavement stuff, but a little road course pavement stuff as well. Definitely to mix it up, change it up, and see what we can do with that stuff. It's going to be very, very interesting, and it's going to be fun to do. But right now, we got the big race about to get underway here. Our main feature event about to get started here for the Q West Racing League. As these drivers get loaded into the sim, we're going to get ready to set them loose here, starting on the pole in this one. In the 0 ride, that is Lonick Bernier. To his outside, in the 22 ride, that is Derek Pope. Starting inside of row number 2, supposed to be the 17 ride of Luke Hines. There's Luke jumping in to the sim right now, starting in position number 3. To his outside in the 97 ride is the Elite Performance Industries number 97 of Taylor Clement. Starting in position number 5 in the Expert Installation 007, the Swan Speed Shop 007 of Samuel Bachman. To his outside in the Harley Davidson number 29, that is Jimmy Trudeau. And then starting in position number 7 in that 143 is the Auto Palace number 143 of Patrick Maltis. And to his outside in the 11 ride is the DNS Remodeling number 11 of Kelly Wheeler. And we see Jacob Houtling, Dawson Hickens, Brian Earhart, Stephen Rayfield, Joel Mainville, Justin Bell, Trent McCauley, Dale Houtling, that's a hard name, Logan Ambuski in the 2 ride, and bringing up the rear of the field in the 16 machine is Christopher Blanton. 18 drivers getting ready to take the green flag here. No Eric Thoreau and Adam Weir, unfortunately not joining the field here for the start of this one, but we got 18 drivers nonetheless getting ready to put the pedal to the metal and get underway here with our main feature event. 50 laps around Lucas Oil Speedway. We're going to end all the anticipation as we bring to you the feature presentation here for the Q West iRacing League. Quickly, Lonick Bernier sees that green flag in the air, puts the pedal to the metal, and quickly gets a good jump down through corner number 1 and 2. So we see one driver go upside down. We got a big wreck here. A couple cars, unfortunately, upside down. The 69 ride collected in that one. We saw Jimmy Trudeau as well collected in the 29 ride. Is lap number 1, corner number 1, and we're going to see a couple drivers, unfortunately, go for some wild rides here. We'll take a look back at what happens here to the 29 ride of Jimmy Trudeau as sends it into the corner, gets into the back of the 97, has to get on the binders, and unfortunately, everybody else behind him just couldn't quite get checked up, and you can see that rear end pretty busted there for that 29 ride. We also saw, I do believe that's the 69 of Joel Mainville, who also gets collected here in that 69 machine. Down the bottom side, just trying to avoid it as everyone spins out right there in front of him. Tries to avoid the 0-1 ride. Unfortunately, the 2 ride just kind of gets underneath of him, hooks him, and spins him around. You see the 27 with some pretty heavy damage there as well, and a few other drivers as we get a lot of cars down pit side quickly in this one. Out in front, though, is Lonick Bernier with a great start there. Able to jump up and clear any of the carnage that unfolded there behind him. Derek Pope, Luke Hines, Taylor Clement, Samuel Bachman rounding out our top 5. Patrick Maltis up into 6th with the 51 ride of Stephen Rainfield. There in 7th, Kelly Wheeler. Brian Earnhardt, Trent McCulley rounding out our top 10 as it's like we're going to get a delayed green flag here. Everyone's going to get checked up and wait for this pace truck to go back around him here as we're going to get checked up and a little bit of a delayed green flag restart here. Yo, Shad Dazori coming in, showing the love, smashing that follow button over there on Facebook. Patrick Maltis, my boy, coming in with that share on the stream as well. Found a Racer 44 GT3. Oh, baby, yeah, the GT3s are going to be, they're going to be very, very interesting. That's for certain. That's for certain. GT3s are going to be a little bit wild later on tonight. I don't know how that one's going to go. I've never really watched them all too much, but it's going to be a fun show no matter what, as we're going to go back to green flag racing. 2-3 wide right there behind our leader as Lonick Bernier gets another great start here. The 22 ride of Derek Pope up through the middle side of the racetrack here, trying to hold on to position number 2 as the caution flag is going to come back out. Everyone's going to get checked back up, restacked and back in order here, as we'll take a look back and see what brings out our second consecutive caution flag. Looks like Dale Houtingling and Logan Ambuski coming together here, as we'll take a look back and see what happens. Dale is in that super mat number 9 machine. The 2 ride gets checked up in front of him, and fortunately, he couldn't get onto the binders quick enough to avoid the contact. Drives into the side of the 2 ride, helps him go around, and the caution flag going to come out for that contact right there. We'll take a look right on board with the 9 ride as he just sends it in there, and just that's how quickly it can happen in a quick hurry. Can put a lot of damage onto your ride, can end your night in a quick hurry, and fortunately some contact there. We see a few drivers getting the wave around, trying to get back onto the lead lap here. You see Joel Mainville, Jimmy Trudeau, all getting some wave arounds, getting back onto the lead lap here. We'll get them stacked back up, re-racked, restacked, and ready to go back to green flag racing. That's 0 ride. Alonic Bernier, 2 good starts so far, as they've been able to kind of open up a little bit of a gap here on the rest of the field, but that's about as far as he's gotten. And, he heads down into about the backstretch, and then boom, they cause another caution flag, and he's got to try to restart it, restack him, and go back at it here once again, as we're going to go back to green flag racing. The green flag back out into the air here in this one.
Let's go!
Quickly, Lonick Bernier trying to run away with this one. Derek Pope and Luke Hines battle side by side here for position number 2. The 97 of Taylor Clement right there. So is it Samuel Bachman. It's the 007 ride up there on the high side, trying to get some big runs here. Gets into the back of the 17. Has to check up a little bit. Now has Kelly Wheeler and Stephen Rayfield there to his inside. The 93 ride of Trent McCulley, slowly but surely closing the gap here, starting to get towards the front of the field as we see some more contact, a little bouncing around here as Justin Veal going to go around. No caution flag as of yet. See if we can get pointed in the right direction. There's the caution flag. We also see Trent McCulley going around as well down here in corner number 2. The 93 ride unfortunately going around, while the 936 ride, these dang triple-digit numbers. As we'll take a look back here and see what happens to Trent as he's going to go around here. We'll take a look at the 93 as he just sends it in there. Slides up. Now a little contact there with the 1 ride. Has him sideways on the racetrack. Where to go, the 1 ride gets back into him. The 27 ride gets a piece of him there as well. And helps that 93 ride go around. And unfortunate break there for Trent as that K&N air filters. 936 ride going to go for a ride there. We'll take a look back as well and see what happens to Justin Veal, as Veal was kind of getting bounced around quite a bit here as well. There we go. There's Justin. In that 10 ride, he blinks a little bit right there. I think that's what really messes everybody up. The 16 ride gets into him, and he's blinking a little bit. The 9 ride comes in and cleans him out, trying to get forward there. But fortunately, that little bit of a blink was enough to make it so the car behind him didn't see where he was braking, where he was checking up, and unfortunately gets into him and helps spin him around. Where are the GT3s going to be? It's going to be in a league race for Coast to Coast Racing, unfortunately, Found Racer. It's a closed charity race, unfortunately, my boy. Closed charity race, unfortunately, as we're going to go back to green flag racing. The green flag back out into the air here in this one. Lonick Bernier quickly putting that pedal to the metal, jumping back out in front here, starting to try to close the door here on the rest of the field, but man, these guys would love to just get some good green flag laps underneath their belt. Taylor Clement down on the bottom side here, trying to make the pass for position number 2. Derek Pope trying to stay strong to the outside here as this racetrack already starting to slick off quite a bit. The 22 goes up the racetrack into the outside wall. We're going to see another caution flag here. As the 22 ride, unfortunately, hard into the outside wall. Then they all get stacked up here in corner number 1 and 2 again. As Derek Pope, who was up in position number 3 there, just trying to work to the outside. A little bit of contact between him and that number 97. Tightens him up, sends him up the racetrack. Unfortunately, gets up into the outside wall. That little contact right there. You can see him try to really hook the car to the left. It's not turning. Washes up the racetrack. Here he's trying to get onto the binders as he can see that wall coming in a quick hurry. Hits it, spins around right in front of half the field here. The 27 ride with some pretty heavy damage there. The 51 ride just narrowly avoiding it. Same with the 71. And everybody else just trying to do their best to getting around it. You see a couple cars, unfortunately, coming together there afterwards. And a little bit of mayhem happening down into corner number 1 after the fact of the 22 ride getting into the wall. Oh. Unfortunately, guys just trying to send it in there as hard as they can, trying to gain as many positions as possible, and unfortunately, caution flag was already out, so any positions they were going to gain aren't going to help them, and it's just going to cause more damage to their own rides, making that contact, trying to gain that extra spot or two as we're going to stack them back up and get ready to go back to green flag racing. The pace truck making the hard right-hand turn back down pit side here as we head down the backstretch into corner number 3. It's Lonick Bernier and Taylor Clement out in front here in this one. The 0 and the 97 ride side by side as the green flag is back out into the air quickly, putting the pedal to the metal. It's the 0 ride of Lonick Bernier leading them down into corner number 1. Taylor Clement right there in position number 2, but Luke Hines having a good run there on that Swan Speed Shop. Number 17 ride trying to jump up and close the door here on Kelly Wheeler as Wheeler right there on his back bumper as they head down into corner number 1. See the 007 of Samuel Bachman down the bottom side. The 27 ride of Dawson Hickens right there, as well as Hickens in position number 6 and trying to jump up right there to the high side. Unfortunately, the 0-1 ride of Jacob Houtingley right there in position number 7 to his outside, closing the door on him. Stephen Rayfield there in 8th, Trent McCauley there in 9th, and Dale Houtingling there in position number 10. Justin Bell trying to work himself closer to the front. Jimmy Trudeau also trying to work himself back inside the top 10 here for that 29 ride, making a comeback after his opening lap accident there, going upside down in the first lap, the first corner. He's trying to make a good rebound. So is the 69 ride of Joel Mainville right there behind him as they're going to get stacked back up here again. The 9 ride upside down, and the caution flag going to come back out. We'll take a look here and see what happens as possibly Luke Hines collected in this one. 17 ride currently in position number 3. Oh, 17 got into the wall there at the same time as I do believe the 11 ride did. Right behind him as Kelly Wheeler gets into that outside wall here, and some hard contact. That outside wall gets spun around. The 0-1 ride nowhere to go. You see the 17 already spun around there after getting into the wall himself, and then a couple other drivers come on in and help finish him off there, as I do believe that is Jacob Houtingley there in the 0-1 ride. Going for his ride down through the infield here. You'll see the 9 ride come back out onto the race. 0-1 come back onto the racetrack there and collect the 9 ride. Unfortunately, a lot more damage, a lot more carnage out there on the racetrack, and I think it's the last thing that the Zero ride wanted to see once again was another restart, as that's going to bring the 97 ride of Taylor Clement right back to his rear bumper, Luke Hines. Luckily enough, that caution flag coming out not for him. He's able to continue on and hold that third position. He was bound to lose about 3, 4, 5 positions there after missing corner number 1. It could have been a lot worse for that 17 ride, but luckily enough, that caution flag coming out and being his saving grace there. 007 to Samuel Bachman there in 4th. Dawson Hickens there in position number 5. As we're going to go back to green flag racing. The green flag back out into the air here for the Zero ride. Alonic Bernier down into the infield. Tractor tires, some beating and banging. Here comes the 51 ride of Stephen Rayfield. Rayfield up into position number 4 in the 007 ride of Samuel Bachman way up the racetrack, trying to use that extreme high side here, trying to get that 007 ride up into position number 2 as he looks to the outside of the 97 ride here of Taylor Clement. But out in front, it's all Lonick Bernier. Bernier continues to lead the way here. Dawson Hickens back into position number 5. Is a little bit of contact right there in front of him between the 51 and the 007. Joel Mainfield in that 69 ride working himself back up inside the top 10 here, up into position number 6. Jacob Houtingling there in position number 7. Luke Hines in 8th. Jimmy Trudeau up inside the top 10 again as the 29 rides worked himself up into position number 9 as the 01 ride goes around hard into the outside wall. And the caution flag is going to fly here once again. Oh no, I do believe that was Jacob Houtingly there. I don't know how you pronounce his last name very well. It could have been Dale Houtingly. Actually, no, it was the 01 ride. This was afterwards here. The 9 sending it into the corner, gets into the 22, and they go back around again. That was after the caution flag was already thrown there, as caution flag actually coming out for the 01 ride of Jacob Houtingly as he looks to the outside here of the 69 ride, and the gap just closes up. He gets up into the outside wall, gets spun around over to go there for Luke Hines as he gets a piece of him, and it's a quick little 360, keeps on going. Hopefully not too much damage to either car as they'll stay out onto the racetrack and keep on looking to move forward here. And yet again, another caution flag and another restart for that 0 ride, Alonic Bernier. Is Bernier going to look to try to pick up yet again another checkered flag? Whew. Going to be a very, very interesting end to this one to see if these drivers can clean it up a little bit, see if they can get their cars pointed back in the right direction and continue on doing some good things here at the front of the field, as seeing some good side-by-side battles, some good 3-wide battles, but a good handful of cautions early on in this one as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. The 0 ride, Alonic Bernier is going to see that green flag into the air as we're going to take a quick little break. We're going to go into the Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up. So ladies and gentlemen, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers. Never mind the caution flag, going to come back out here. The laps counting down in a quick hurry. But these caution laps and everything else is actually maybe a blessing for that 0 ride, as the laps have been clicking off in quick succession. Caution flag going to come back out once again. Take a look and see what happens. We see Derek Pope, unfortunately, get up into the outside wall there. Him and the 9 ride come together. And then down in corner number 4, we saw, I do believe it is the 936 ride of Trent McCauley. Oh, you see the 71 ride right in front of him, goes around. Nowhere for him to go. Gets into the side of that 71 ride, up into the outside wall, and some pretty heavy damage there. I believe that is Brian Earhart there in that 71 ride. Sends it in on the bottom side of the racetrack. The 16 ride just sends it in right there behind him. Way deeper, and unfortunately, Christopher Blanton gets into him and helps spin him around, and fortunately bringing out that caution flag once again. All right, so we'll stack them back up, re-rack them, and try it all over again here as we'll wait for this restart to happen here in this one. A quick little crank it up here on this restart. As Lonick Bernier continues to lead the way, we're going to crank it up. This time by the start finish line, 5 more laps left to go here as we ride on board with our race leader, Lonick Bernier. Bernier out in front, down into corner number 3 here, and out at corner number 4, he's going to see 4 more laps left to go. Lonick Bernier looking to try to pick up yet again another checkered flag. Samuel Bachman right there in position number 2, with Stephen Rayfield there in position number 3 in the 51 ride. Dawson Higgins there in 4th, and Jimmy Trudeau with a good recovery here back inside the top 5 for the 29 ride. Luke Hines there in 6th. Jacob Howdingley there in 7th. Joel Mainville there in position number 8. Kelly Wheeler and Derek Pope rounding out our top 10 as out in front Lonick Bernier continues to lead the way. Bernier out in front just perfectly running the bottom side of this racetrack. Starting to stretch his lead out a little bit more and a little bit more, but this time down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4, he's going to see the white flag fly one more time around for the Zero Machine, Lonick Bernier. As Bernier looking to try to pick up yet again another checkered flag down into corner number 3 and down to corner number 4. No one's going to get to his back bumper as it's all Lonick Bernier here in this one as he picks up the checkered flag. Bernier getting it done and gonna burn down the house as the Zero Machine's gonna be parked here in the Lucas Oil Victory Lane. The 007 machine of Samuel Bachman coming home in 2nd, and Stephen Rayfield there in position number 3. A great run, a great race, and a good drive here by all of our drivers, but no one could beat that Zero Machine of Lonick Bernier all evening long. This Zero ride out in front had a lot of restarts to try to hold these drivers at bay, and he was able to hold them off lap after lap after lap. And here he is parked down in the Lucas Oil Victory Lane here down on the front stretch with our top 3. We're going to get ready to pull in Lonick Bernier into our Discord here for his post-race interview. Waiting to see if we see our race winner jump in here or not. Don't see them yet. We may have to jump into the other one. Yo, what's good, Eric? I'm just waiting to see if any of the boys jump in here for their post-race interviews. Waiting to see if these boys jump in.
Call the guys.
There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for our race winner, Lonick Bernier. Bernier coming home here with the checkered flag. He's going to pull that Zero ride into Victory Lane as we're going to pull him up here for his post-race interview. Hey, Lonick, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Do you get a copy?
What's up?
Not much. Lonick, my boy, a great run, a great drive. That Zero Machine was absolutely hooked up here once again tonight. You had a lot of restarts there throughout this one, a lot of mayhem unfolding behind you. Was that something that was helping you here in this race, or was it something you just wanted to get the green flag laps in, kind of run away with it a little bit and try to hold these guys off under that green flag condition and not have them restarting back there to your outside and on your back bumper?
It was helping me a little bit. I mean, it was just to not make any kind of mistake on a restart. And entering into one, there was a lot of moisture on the bottom. The car was really good there. Yeah, that helped me out a lot.
Absolutely, man. Definitely a good racetrack, a very racy racetrack here in this one, and a lot of speed out there and a lot of fast drivers, but nobody could get up on the wheel and beat you here in this one as you park that number 0 ride down here in Victory Lane. Lana, who would you like to thank here for such a great run, a strong performance, and a great drive around Lucas Oil Speedway?
Yes, sir. I got to thank all the boys over at Ducharme Speed, Slick Sim Sport, Ding Dong Motorsport, uh, Eric for putting this on. This is something really good. We don't have a whole lot of those money race on a Sunday night. That's pretty good. And you for the broadcast. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, my boy. Good. Congratulations on a great run, a great drive, and another awesome checkered flag to add to your resume as you park that ride down here in Victory Lane. Lana, hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth and in the next one, and hopefully, we'll see you pick up many, many more checkered flags in your iRacing career.
Hell yeah, buddy. Take it easy.
Absolutely. You as well. Congrats on the win, and we'll see you here in the next one.
Yep.
All
Supposed to
right.
be in the next month, my buddy. I can't find Samuel Bachman and Signer. The 2 in place and 3rd place, I can find him. Jesus. Anyway, it's no good. I go on site and I make you PayPal, my friend. Thanks, appreciate for your broadcast.
Absolutely, Eric, my boy. A great run, a great show, my boy. A good turnout as well, and a good event there. Obviously, a few caution flags. Maybe next time we'll have to turn the caution laps counting or whatever off, and then we can get some more green flag laps in.
Yes, that's why I'm testing this short track with small block. Because usually I make a big block and the long track is no more yellow flag, but I try it, I test it. But since October I go on Ling, I gonna race 1 by weeks, pay out for the hurdle, and I do my best.
Absolutely, my boy. Absolutely. Well, if you ever need help setting anything up, or if you need any help doing anything with these, let me know, and I can try to get you pointed in the right direction, or try to give you some advice on what to do or how to do it, or drivers or people that could help you out with it as well.
Thanks, very appreciate, guys. And when I start the league in October, I'm waiting in October because we have a lot of real driver on my league, like Tristan Adusser is usually world in Cornwall tonight. AJ Pawlowski, he did my West, Mike Brewer. I let the time of the guys let the season on the real car, and after that, I restart to 2 season of 8 race.
Beauty. Well, we look forward to it, and hopefully the scheduling works out and everything else, and hopefully it will be in consideration for broadcasting the league, my boy. And I'm sure, as you said, it's tough to have so many of the regular guys that you have in these races, especially with the real racing season underway and guys racing on Sunday nights and Saturdays, and then being busy just thrashing away on their own real life race cars. It's hard to fill leagues and series up, week after week after week or whatever. So it's definitely more of a wintertime thing for the big leagues.
Yes, I think I have a very, very good group. With tonight, Logan Herbert can be there, James Richard too, Jax Young, but usually he's there. So I got a very good group for make a league. Good race between a Canadian and US driver. It's a peaceful race. We have fun, and I do my best for that. I look for any sponsor for this summer, and I think I'm gonna have a big show for October. And I talk with you for if you want to broadcast each race of my league.
Beauty. Well, Eric, I look forward to hearing from you, my boy, and hopefully you have yourself a great rest of your night, and hopefully have yourself a good rest of your evening here, and don't party too hard.
Yes, of course. I'm going down and I do your PayPal on your email because I'm so some difficult. I am 56 years old. You know, the computer is very complicated for me, but I do.
Absolutely, my boy. Absolutely. No worries. Eric, thank you for having me, my boy, and I can't wait to do the next one and can't wait to see you guys back out on the racetrack.
Of course, I call you man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up here, man, as these guys put on a great show, a great race, and a great event here for each and every one of us here. There's another great racing event. Yo, Mainville 102 coming in with that sub over on YouTube. Jim Trudeau coming in with that like on the stream as well. What is good, Jim? Jim coming in, showing the love. Mainville coming in, showing the love over there on YouTube as a quick race here, a quick race. I think that was the big thing is those caution laps counting against the 50-lap feature event. That's always, you know, if you're putting on a money race or anything else, it's the last thing you want to see. You know, it's the last thing is, man, I was expecting, you know, we were probably only going to be like 5, 6, 7 laps in kind of deal. We went to go take that, you know, crank it up session, and we were already at like lap 13, like 13 laps left to go, and I'm like, wait a minute, where did the other 30 laps of this race disappear to? And it was because they were all under the caution flag, and that sucks. Not only just for, you know, myself, but also for the fans in the stands, as they want to see those green flag laps being run, and especially for these drivers, man, they want to, you know, you kind of can't move forward, you know, even if you get taken out and you got to work your way from the back. You know, you don't have a whole lot of laps out there to, you know, really move yourself forward in a race, you know, when you only have 20 green flag laps or 25 green flag laps out of a 50-lap race. It's hard to do, and it's hard to, you know, get that momentum rolling and, you know, staying focused and everything else. So definitely something that, I mean, Eric and the boys, I'm sure they'll work on. He'll continue to work on it and everything else, and if he needs help with it, as I said there when I was talking to Eric, that if he needs help, I mean, I'm always available to help him out, help him set stuff up, or, you know, point him in the right direction to people that would know. I mean, obviously Logan Herbert and Jax Yon, all those guys are usually part of this league, and they're usually there to help them. And I think those are the boys that usually set everything up, and they're pretty good. They're pretty fluent with how to get everything set up for these races and everything else. So I'm sure he'll have that. Teaches people to race clean. It does teach people to race clean, that's for certain, especially when, you know, either way, when you only have so many laps, then it definitely makes it so you got to race a little bit cleaner. But then at the same point in time, it just kind of makes people a little bit more antsy and racing a little bit harder when they don't need to push as hard with there's so many laps left to go. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's one of those things. But I know Eric and all the boys will get most of it figured out, and kind of, you know, obviously when you throw in another 10 or 15 drivers out there onto the racetrack, we're gonna have B mains and everything else, and the better drivers will be in the A main feature event, and the drivers that can't quite handle the slick or the pressure or anything else will be, unfortunately, back in the B main and may not make it into the A main. So that would also help clean it up a little bit, as the caution flags are, as much as they're fun to watch cars crash, it's never fun to watch, you know, just caution laps. It sucks. I admin very often for Eric. It's hard not to get mad at Dirty Racers. It is. 100% it is, Mainville. 100% it is. It's hard, and it's hard to. I mean, whenever I do hosted races myself, whether I'm racing or broadcasting and just doing hosted races, I'm quick. You know, one wrong thing that someone does or whatever else, or, you know, I usually try to give them benefit of the doubt for like the first caution, but like the second caution that they make, they're usually gone. They're usually gone in a quick hurry. I don't know. People probably call me some bad words for doing that, but you know what? It is what it is, and no one wants to run caution lap after caution lap. People want to race. Racing is under green flag. You can't race under caution, and that's not a race. That's just pacing. It's called iRacing, not iPacing, you know? So it is what it is. I know Eric always puts on good shows. I'm sure the boys will get it together. And, I mean, hey, it was still a good race. That was still a good race. I mean, nonetheless, it was just short. That was the thing. It was just short. It was still some great racing out there, you know? It was still great racing. We saw some drivers, you know, unfortunately get tied up in wrecks at the very beginning, and then we saw them later on working themselves forward, which put on a great show for all of us. That put on a great show. Watching guys like Jimmy Trudeau, who worked himself from started up inside the top 5, got taken out there on that first lap, went down pit side, got his wave around, got back onto the lead lap, then had to drive back through the field, and then worked himself back up inside the top 5. That was a great run, a great drive. Joel Mainville as well, the same thing. Joel got tied up in that first lap wreck, worked himself back up through the field and everything else. We saw Derek Pope, unfortunately, get tied up in a couple wrecks there. He was able to work himself back up inside the top 10. So definitely some good runs, some good racing out there. Just a couple unfortunate breaks for some drivers, just a couple unfortunate breaks. It would have been nice to see, 50 good, clean green flag laps right out of the get-go, and seeing guys like Jimmy and Joel and Derek and all those guys up at the front of the field and not have to worry about, recuperating or having those recovery races or anything else. And, being able to just see, the top 10, top 15 cars just duke it out and just race good, hard, clean laps would be definitely the creme de la creme out there, that's for certain. That'd be definitely the best thing that would happen. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching a good, quick little show here. Thank you to Eric and all the boys over there at the Q West Racing League for having me jump in and do this quick little broadcast for them on a Sunday evening. Unfortunately, we're going to call it there as the checkered flag has been thrown. We've talked to Lonick, who picked up the checkered flag. A great run, a strong run there once again for Lonick Bernier. Is always so fast there. Usually in the 74 ride, but here tonight in the 0. But we're going to get ready to call it there for this one, and then we're going to be going back live in about half an hour or so. We're going to go back live in about half an hour. We're going to get some more racing in. We're actually going to switch it up again. Normally we don't do asphalt stuff. We have an asphalt league Sunday evenings, but we're going to be jumping into another asphalt league later on tonight, so that one's going to be very interesting. GT3s for an hour, and then we have another hour-long broadcast with the Cars Tour, I think is what it's called, the Cars Tour, so like super late models. So another interesting race. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun and a good little charity event for Coast to Coast Racing League and for the Stephen King Foundation, which, all that money that gets put into the Stephen King Foundation goes to real-life racers who, when they unfortunately get hurt or anything else, the Stephen King Foundation can step in and kind of help, with donations to them and to like the family of, of drivers who get injured out on the racetrack and everything else, and try to help with, drivers that unfortunately have that, bad incidences happen to them that we never like to see. But it's good to see foundations like the Stephen King Foundation being in place to help out when drivers are in need after something happens, and it's awesome to see that's a thing to still be there and to help those drivers in those situations. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. Hopefully I'll see y'all in the next one here in just about half an hour. We'll be back live again. GT3s, it's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be fun to watch, and I look forward to seeing all you guys back up here in the broadcast, and can't wait to see you guys back out here for another wicked racing action. But thank y'all for tuning in. Everyone that came in with the likes, the shares, the comments, I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll see you guys here in just a little bit. Peace out for now, baby. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
Thinking back, drop the classic, to establish that the magic, it's automatic. Got a mask, who was that? Living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind, never tried, tell them all. Let's go! Big dreams just like baby. I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings used to be so stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights. I'ma need the off-white. Play with the fire, you get burned. All of my struggles became lessons well learned. I got his eyes that keep me grounded, that's for sure. Cause one day we gon' make it out this earth. Where's your worth? I'm sick of your talking, you got the wrong one. I'm taking your king and I leave him broken. If I am in second, it's after no one. Just give me a second to let them know. I'm the headline, the deadline. I'm a head time, the rare kind. I'm a living legend. like prodigal. I've been gone. I gave them time, it's been too long. Was silent calm, but now the storm is violent. I'm not the one you can't ignore. I never politic. If I want it, I'ma get mine. Never fake the funk, can't perform for your empire. Snatch them out the throne, make them all fall in line. I let the clock tick, count down, cause I'm sick of your talking, you got the wrong one. I'm taking your king and I leave him broken. If I am in second, it's after no one. Just give me a second to let them know. I'm the headline, the deadline. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, master mind. Big time.
Out of the ashes, a phoenix arises. Faith of a mustard seed can move any mountains.
Let's go!
So I cannot stop it. Been down for too long, now I gotta rock it. Had to get it out the mud, you know how it goes. Now we sitting at the top, had to bring the bros. Never thought I'd be the one who would play the role. Now look at what we at, man, who would've known? Temperature rising, I feel the pressure is on me. Luckily, I've been out here building an army. Camouflage on a ride, we run this party. We kick them out the game, cause they wanna come tardy. This is for the ones who've been chasing their goals. If they was sleeping on their kid, now they better be woke.